taking a hit by stream. Where am I going?
I see the light of wisdom in you. Your righteous path is with the Covenant. I can see this as clear as day. I see the light of wisdom in you. Your righteous path is with the Covenant. I can see this as clear as day.
This is just the beginning. From now on, you can visit me or the town board and take any tasks you desire. Your help will always be needed.
Okay. Doesn't show. Oh, what? I wish I had better technique. This is not good. This is high level. Gonna have to choose it. Can't do any of them. What's up?
This is just the beginning. From now on, you can visit me or the town board and take any tasks you desire. Your help will always be needed.
Aerial buds. Fuck, I can't find it. What's up?
You guys leveling together?
I'm just playing alone. I don't know where this guy's at. Hey, should I be mindful about the legions that I choose?
We're Covenant, yeah. You can only choose a Covenant every 180 days.
Okay.
So we're Covenant, the yellow guys. It's up to you.
But I could still play with you guys, right? Even if I choose something else?
Yeah, but if you flag, if you want to do some PvP, we'll always have to kill you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll be
PvP
on the
wise, you're always going to be different.
okay.
So, yeah, unless you pick Covenant, the yellow one.
Okay.
I see the light of wisdom in you. Your righteous path is with the Covenant. I can see this as
So
clear
it's
as
Covenant
day.
Educator? No, huh?
The look yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's Covenant, yeah.
We take our vows seriously as members of the Covenant. The Lost Stars, it would bring comfort to the people of Monarch's Bluffs. If you were to go and lay their loved ones to rest. You've defeated those lost souls? The light of the Covenant shines within you. The light of the Covenant shines within you. The light of the Covenant shines within you.
I was wondering when you'd stop by and say hello. Monarch's Bluffs is a special place. Yeah, there's a... Exactly! Oh, I hope you volunteer. We took the North Road. So, check the Withered at the Mines de Miclot, go and reclaim it, but then bring it back here. And it's a finders keepers situation at that point.
You know, I've been thinking about the threat of corruption. One thing that can at least give us some comfort is that it will have to overrun the whole state before it gets to our control.
Can we sell the items that we get?
No, you could take it apart.
Really?
Yeah. What items are you talking about? Like armor?
Yeah, like things that you find
Alright.
that are...
Alright, press
useless.
S. Alright, go into press tab, go into inventory. Hover all the armor you wanna get rid of, press S, and then left click. And then press E to confirm.
Oh, alright. Oh, I see.
Yep. There's no like actual vendor. Each town does have like a place you can sell stuff. But that's usually to other players only, and that's it. And at low level, nobody buys anything. They want a high level stuff.
Yeah.
no hope. Should be a fun party for the whole family.
What is?
This month, I'm hoping the crypto should slap that nuts again.
You're looking for a dip or something?
Oh fuck no, there's enough dips.
Yeah, right now the whole week it's just been going up.
It's kind of chilling at the 45 or 55. Well, 54, 55. Hoping it can hit 60. Once I hit 60, I'm hoping I can just keep on going. I'm really hoping 100k.
I missed out on Bitcoin. I saw it at first on February, I think it was.
Yeah, February. Was like very low,
It's yeah, I think they dropped at 29, and I was thinking of putting 2K on it. I was like, it's but for some reason I was really uncertain. So I was like, I'll just hold out and see if I could catch like a bigger dip or something. Nope, never came back.
It did. It did.
It did? I didn't catch that one.
On 19th of July, it was 29.
Oh shit, well, I missed that one. So I never caught it again, so it went back to 40. And then I figured, oh, I'll probably cash in at 40 again. And you know, it just went up to 45 and 42,
Yeah.
up and down, and it went back to 40. And I was like, I should drop another two. I should drop those 2K now. And now it's at 55. I was like, fuck, man, why do I keep procrastinating?
No. It's kind of like, because I was looking at it, as soon as I saw it hit like, because there was a day when it slapped. All right, so let me see the chart. Well, let's see. All right, it had 2 days. The initial day when it went, well, this was on the 19th of May when it went all the way down to 29k.
Uh-huh.
And then also on 20th and 21st of July. Those are the two. Actually, wait, this one went all the way down to 28 on the 22nd of June. So 3 times it dipped that far. That's when I bought quite a bit on those. Well, I didn't buy it on those days, but when I saw it was going down, because I knew it was. Everybody's like, oh, it's gonna go down to 20 to 18. I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. It's kind of
No.
like, you know, like I saw the supports there, and I was like, you know, it's putting its fingers in there, but it's really quick to recover.
Yeah, it did. I remember on when it was on 40, it didn't even drop to 39, or at least I didn't see it.
Yeah.
And it just bounced quickly to 41, and that was just in one day, and between 41, 40, 45, and that was it. So I figured I don't think we're gonna see it below that anymore.
Nah, we will. It's gonna
Think
be.
so?
Yeah, once it crashes, this cycle is almost over. That's why I'm thinking it's gonna have.
The bullish cycle.
Well, I'm not sure if it's the bullish cycle is fully over. I guess we'll see. I think there's gonna be a market crash. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. We'll see. But I think Bitcoin. I'm hoping November is gonna be a nice, juicy crash.
I've been
But I
hearing
don't
nothing
know.
but positive news lately. That's why I'm not expecting anything negative.
Well,
Or
that's the thing. Even with May, you know, nobody expected May to come, right?
uh-huh.
But I was looking through a certain model. There's only one trader that was like, it's gonna probably, it's gonna probably dip on that. And one of the traders, his solution was because he's like, listen, this is if you look at the bullish run and you measure it, he's like somewhere around middle of May. He didn't give a specific date. He's like somewhere around middle of May, it's probably gonna drop, mainly because that's when the first bullish initial cycles would have ended, the amount of days. The November date, why I'm looking at November for it to drop, is because this is when the amount of days from the start to the second bullish cycles at last time it did. So in theory, Bitcoin is an algorithmic based system, so there's algorithms running it. So the main reason I think that guy was right is because his algorithms, they programmed them to include that, like, oh yeah, this is how many of the days the last cycle ran, so drop and sell, see what happens. So that's why I'm expecting November. I mean, they could move it up to October, they can move further to December, but I kind of feel like there has to be a drop eventually. I mean, if it hits 100K by like anytime soon, I don't care if it goes to a mil after that.
Man, it's
I'm like, to me, I'm like, nope, I'm out, I'm done. I made enough, I'm out. Because
I don't know,
it will
man.
drop. It will drop to like, once the cycle's over, it will drop to maybe like, I don't know. Let's see what the last one was. You know what? I think a 15,000, 20,000 Bitcoin will be a possibility after it's done with this bull cycle. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, you're never gonna see these prices. I'm like, bullshit. They said you're not gonna see a 400 Bitcoin, and it fucking dropped hella hard last time.
Yeah. I was looking at the history of it, and there's some massive dips.
So when people are like, oh, you're never gonna see it, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, you will. I mean, last time Bitcoin rallied to 20,000, right? It then had the bear market and went from 20,000 all the way down to 2,000 and.
That shit is scary though, because in order for you to make up that money, you have to wait years to recover it.
That's not that bad. 2 years, man.
That's a long time.
I mean, look,
It's
Bitcoin,
gut wrenching.
Yeah, listen, investing is like that. I mean, think of it this way: 3 years ago, Bitcoin was $2,500. 3 years ago, man. So the fact that it slapped 65, 65, and is now going up again, that's great, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it's gonna, it's like, I think we're gonna see 20,000 at least again. But
that would be painful.
Why sell at the top?
Yeah. I'm trying to find a way to get into Bitcoin, but
okay. You want to get into Bitcoin? Here's one thing that will always be a tip for you: don't FOMO. If you didn't get in, you know what? Wait. Just accumulate money and wait. If you don't,
that's what I'm doing right now. Everything's too expensive right now, so I'm just saving money.
Well, I mean, right now the cycle is still going, so just when it drops, don't wait for the bottom. Don't wait for the top.
It's hard to see.
No, it's not. It's just like, for example, I've been throughout. I've been just literally putting money in since it started, like after May. I've just been slowly buying every week by $100. Just drop it in $100. Just $100. Just every week. That's all.
All right. Oh, so you've made a decent return already.
Not a decent enough. I will have a decent return when it actually, like it has to pop. It has to pop above 65, which I don't know if it will. It could. I have no clue, honestly. If it pops above 65, it can hit 100. If it hits 100, like I said, close to 95, 100 is when I'm getting out. I don't care. My Bitcoin is out. I'll give a month to altcoins, and I'm removing them all out of the market. If they keep on going up, well, tough luck. Fuck it. I made my money.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
at the
I'm
end of the
making
day,
money on Cardano right now.
you know, like at the end of the day, man, when all plummets, fact is that, you know, Cardano is gonna be most. Can it not plummet? Well, I don't know. But will most likely plummet? Yeah, he'll probably come back to $1.
Yeah, because I put in 300 during the dollar, and
Yeah.
I'm already up by 800.
Well, there you go, man. Like I said, don't. Two rules: don't wait for the top, don't wait for the bottom, and don't get greedy. Oh, okay, 3 rules. But it's just a lot of people. I made my mistake, and I lost about 1,000. Don't FOMO. You know, don't FOMO. A lot of people got FOMO and do stupid shit. Don't fucking FOMO, and everything will be fine. As long as you don't FOMO.
No, never.
You know, if just cost average, set a range when you're gonna sell for everything, and then when if it keeps on going after that, have no regrets. You've made your money, and that is the most important part. You will have more opportunity to make money.
I was thinking about that. That's exactly the strategy I'm thinking of doing, because right now I'm playing the more the patient investor, holding on to your money and just letting it grow over time. But I don't know. I don't know if it's a good strategy, because this
It
gotta be
is.
my first year.
Well, don't worry about it. Just put it in and let it be. Once, in my opinion, like I said, just look at this previous year's. I don't know, a lot of people are like, oh, it's gonna go to 200,000. I highly doubt it.
It needs so much money and so many.
Oh, you'd be surprised. There is a lot of money being bought into Bitcoin. It's just right now the global markets are not in the brightest place right now.
Oh
And
hell no!
so when all this shit goes tits up, Bitcoin is still gonna take a hit. People can say, "Oh, it's not." It will, or everything, you know, take a hit. It's Bitcoin, unfortunately, and like a currency, even Cardano and Ethereum, they just don't have the volume necessary to survive. In like big companies pulling out, because like if Tesla sells everything, guess what? Shit is gonna go down.
I'm
And,
starting
like,
to think of pulling out of Cardano. Actually,
well, if you made your mind, you go for it, man.
I'm not hearing good things about it. So
You
I'm a
know,
little
or
skeptical.
you know, if you want, take out your initial investment. You know, like you said, $300. Take out the $300. You still have 500, or
Hey, that's a good
however much
idea.
is left over, and then you have the 300. Guess what? It's
I
not
never
gonna,
lost.
you know, it's not gonna go like, oh, you know, and set a stop. Take out the 300, set a stop for the other one. Say, you know, if it goes to this, sell immediately, and then that's it. See, the thing is, what you have to do realize is, a lot of people are like, oh, they hear like these things like this guy's like, oh, he put money into Dogecoin and he became millionaire within like fucking like however many fucking days, right? That is dangerous. That's
It
why a lot
is.
of people get burnt. Think of it this way: you're not doing it for today. You're doing it for like 15, 20 years from today when you want to fucking retire. Maybe you want to retire earlier. Fuck it, do 10 years. You're gonna have 3 more cycles. You know,
I could have made a lot of money on Doge, but I decided to be greedy about it. I held on. From
Yeah.
800, I could have walked out with 5K.
there you go, man. Yet again, don't be greedy. I learned it the hard way. Like, if I see price targets that I'm hitting, I don't wait. I learned that in stocks. I don't wait. I buy a stock, I know exactly when I'm gonna sell it, even if it keeps on going. Like, I had Netflix. I bought it at 98. I sold it at 270 or some shit like that. Right now it's at what, like 600, 300, 400?
Right now, I'm just focused on the S&P 500. That's a safe bet.
Alright, so right now it's 632. Cool. Yeah, if I stayed in it, I would have probably got a lot of money. Way more money than I did. But meh. You know, like, shit happens. My most important part is not to lose money that I'm making. Because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take it out. Because like, there's like, for example, look at Evergrande. People made so much money off of it, but look at it now, man. That shit is all gone.
Plummet.
90%.
Yeah, I was looking at the market for that. I was like, holy shit, that shit's dangerous.
Exactly. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen with Netflix. Hell, Netflix could visit fucking 95 again with the car upcoming market slap. Fanny ain't doing that great. People
One that
pulling
scares
out
me too, it's the Tesla, because that shit's way up there.
Yeah, Tesla is really good, but I don't like it because it's Reddit. Reddit likes it. I'm like, nah.
Ah.
You know what Reddit is gonna be? It's gonna the hedge funds are gonna like manipulate people on Reddit, be like, yeah, buy, and then they're gonna fucking short the shit out.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't touch that. It's like I see it. If Reddit mentions a stock, it becomes stated for me at least. I'm like, yep, nope. You know, if it starts building up, I'm good. I'm out.
You know what? That's one thing that I've learned over time. It's whatever goes big and it gets mentioned too much, don't fucking touch it.
Yeah, I mean, yet again, you know, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be like when it crashes, people are gonna make so much money. I'm looking at I'm trying to follow some of these investors and see what they're fucking trying to short, especially the big ones. I guess. Because there's a lot of shorts coming out right now. They're like they're definitely preparing for a market crash.
Yeah, because of our dollar's a piece of shit right now.
The what now?
Our dollar's a piece of shit right now.
Yeah, but it's the highest it's been in years. That's the thing. The dollar is really high right now. It should not be that high. That means everybody else is fucked. So I mean, yeah, I follow the dollar. It's way overvalued right now the way it is. China is like trying to get their hands on the dollar, and that's not gonna end well.
So what do you think about the stable coin and the thing that's happening with the government? You know what I was reading up from? On Bitcoin on El Salvador.
Yeah,
Because that's where my family's from. I've been reading up a lot on it. There's a lot of uncertainty. No one knows the direction of it. And because it's a poor country, a lot of people don't trust technology. So a lot of people are just cashing out as soon as they get the money.
Yeah, you know, fine. I mean, my thing with it, from what I understood, is that they don't have a lot of banking systems.
They don't even have credit.
Yeah, I mean, to me, what I think is important is that they eventually start using like all these not Bitcoin, because I think it's dumb. But just overall, like, you know, stop doing everything in cash and slowly transition to these more secure systems. I don't know how well it's gonna go in that country where, you know, people don't trust it. So I don't know. I know that a lot of people don't trust it there. And they shouldn't, because Bitcoin will crash and they will lose a lot of money. Right now, it's just when it becomes more of a stable currency where, you know, you don't have all these fucking whales that have like 1 million Bitcoin and just sitting on it, and then they fucking put it like in Coinbase and fucking flush it down the toilet with all that fucking volume. Yeah, You know, when that happens, they'll be fine. Until then, there's too many whales right now that can just literally take it and just flush it down the toilet. Everybody will be wiped out.
Yeah, that's scary.
In my opinion, when Bitcoin hits, I don't know. I was talking to a buddy of mine, you know, who was thinking about it. He's like, you know, when Bitcoin hits a good 50 to 60 trillion dollars market cap, distribute it. You know, more countries are going to be using it. Blah blah blah, whatever. You know, then that and the whales are not. There's going to be less whales. That's when it's probably going to be like, oh fuck yeah, okay, good, we're good.
Yeah.
I mean, right now it only has close to $1 trillion market cap.
There's not much regulations on it either.
I don't think you need regulations in it. I think we should.
It'd be great, yeah. It'd be great if they don't touch it.
Well, you know, they want to make money out of it. What I think, that's my only thing is that I do think that people should pay taxes on it.
You think so?
But yeah, in my opinion, it's incumbent. You know, like if you speculate, like I pay, you know, taxes on the fucking stock market. Why should a cryptocurrency trader not, you know, pay on his speculation? You're making money.
Yeah.
My problem is how those taxes are calculated and all that shit. I don't know. I just don't. I don't like it when fucking somebody that's sitting in the fucking somewhere in the capital decides, oh well, you know, 60% because this guy is rich and we don't like rich. You know, like fucking AOC tax the rich. And you know, and you have like fucking Elon Musk, he's like, well, you know, here's my tax return. You look at it and the motherfucker pays like 55% of fucking taxes.
Uh-huh.
You know, like over here in the city that I live in. Fucking,
Oh yeah. You're in New York.
yeah, you know, if you look at the taxes that get paid, right? It's like close to 52 or 51% or 53, I don't know. I think it's like that. Of all taxes in this city are paid by the rich. Like probably like a 1,000, maybe 2,000 people. A city
It's
with 8
fucking
million.
disgusting.
So, you know, when I'm looking at that, I'm like, they are being taxed. You know? It's just stop making services that are inefficient. And that's all, you know, like, I mean, you go to DMV, man, and there's just like all these people that are just like fucking barely moving.
There's so much money that we're getting sucked up with, man. I pay so much in fucking taxes.
Exactly, and at the end of the day, you know, the rich, yeah, you know, it affects the rich, right? But at the end of the day, it's the little guy that gets fucked over.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they never tell you, but every single tax hike gets passed on to the customer.
I know.
So they increase taxes. Guess what? Your fucking $2 tomato now becomes a $3 tomato.
That's some bullshit right there.
But the salaries don't go up.
Nope.
I mean, but you guys are
But if
like
it-
a cat, right?
But we have. What do you mean by cap?
No, you're in Cali. You guys have
yeah.
truck driver, so you're a truck driver. So you should be like upcharging, bro.
Yeah, actually, our wages are going up.
There you go.
We could compete our wage. Companies are competing for drivers,
There you go,
so
man.
they give you bonuses. If you
Milk the shit out of it.
Oh, trust me, I am. This coming January, I'm gonna haggle my company.
Yes. You know, because like if you think about it, everybody's like, oh, and I keep on telling because I keep on getting customers that are calling me that like they want me to tutor their kids in programming. And you know, before I take them to teach them programming, for example, I kind of gave them. I made a small little test, you know, just for like to see if they have the logic for it. And a lot of these kids, they don't. And then I tell them, you know, maybe your kid ain't it's not gonna be able to program. They're like, well, why not? I'm like, just take your kid to like a plumber or a freaking like something that like a lot of them have ADHD. You can't program with ADHD. And I know a lot of people that tried, and unless they get like their meds going, they ain't gonna do shit.
But you see, people think bad of just having trade skill jobs because they say, "Oh, you're gonna work dirty. You're gonna be the uneducated one."
Fuck whatever. Fuck him. He's
But
gonna be the uneducated, dirty, but fucking filthy rich.
Yeah, all you have to do is start your own. Obviously, in the beginning, you're gonna have to get dirty. You gotta do the work, and then as time goes by, once you get experience, you fucking start a fucking business based on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
A lot of people, because at the end of the day, look, we're gonna still go. You're gonna need plumbers. You're gonna need people, electricians. Robots ain't gonna be fucking replacing that anytime soon. What the fuck is a robot gonna do? Fucking like walk in there and see the wall and be like, well, I know by regulation that this wall, and they're gonna fucking like sit there and like fucking like fix a pipe or a fucking wire that will work well with the wall. No, it won't. They don't have the creativity for that yet. Same with like welders. Fucking robots ain't gonna do some fucking very custom high-end welds. Yeah,
No.
they can they can do mass production, but mass production is the same weld every time. Not a custom weld that's fucking like never been built before.
Or up in a building or something, something dangerous.
Yeah.
Be a contractor or something. There's so many opportunities up there, but no one wants to take them because our educational system says, "Oh, you got to get educated first or get a degree and walk out with 100K in debt before you decide what to do with your life." But nowadays, every fucking person has a degree now because they follow that mindset. So what? Everyone is gonna walk out with a bachelor's. So how do you compete with that if everyone has the same fucking degree?
They don't. That's why, in my opinion, bachelors should be, it's I don't know. It's a dumb
Should be
system.
optional now.
What I would have done, honestly speaking, is I would have done what I don't know. I know in Mexico they say that they do that in high schools. I wish they do this also in Russia, high schools. Like the last 2 years in Russia, they actually ask you to pick a trade. You have to pick a trade, and you can fail that class, and you have to repeat it if you do fail that class. So a trade can be a woodworker, plumber, electrician, a fucking truck driver, a taxi driver, whatever. That would teach you any trade. It should be taught in class in high school.
That's fucking cool.
Also requirements is that basic bandaging. That's a class that you can fail. Basic, because Russia was preparing for war, it still is preparing for war, so the vast majority of the population is expected to, if you can't do a war thing, at least you'll be taking care of the wounded.
Yeah.
So basic training in bandaging and basic, taking care of the wounds, sewing is a thing for both men and women. You have to learn how to sew, patch shit up.
That's dope. Right here in the US, we're creating a bunch of useless people.
Yeah. In my opinion, honestly speaking, if you look at people that have ADHD, you give them a sewing kit, he'll most likely be able to complete that job. Just saying, it's a clear goal. There's an actual action involved. There is no fucking, you can teach him proper ways of, hey, you could repair your clothing. Because right now, we don't bother repairing our clothing. Your clothing rips, you just throw it out, which is kind of dumb.
Waste.
Because, I don't know. I just don't like that industry. Could just be, I think that everything you have should be repairable. Everything you have should be wear it a bit longer, reusable. I don't like the idea of, just the waste.
Neither do I.
Just spend, and nobody gives a shit. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't look right. Mass production is necessary, great, fine, fuck it, but not to the level where you just...
wasteful spending,
Hey,
making
are you the
trash,
one I've been hearing about?
global
Yes,
trash.
you must be.
You know, I'm not an
Yes,
environmentalist in
honey.
the manner like,
So
oh yeah.
delicious, it's
It's
called-
just I just don't like
I
unnecessary
am
production.
because in a sense though, because I'm very mindful of what I throw away.
Yeah. Yeah, to each his own, but it's just for me, I'm not like going around about it as an environmentalist. I'm just going about it like, why are you wasting energy when you could be doing something else? We don't need this much clothing. I mean, I know some women, I used to know some women, I don't anymore.
Hello there, my
She'll
friend.
literally like
That's
put on
exactly
an item
is
for one or
one
two times and
possibility.
throw it away.
Holy
Then
shit!
it doesn't even fucking wash it. And I'd be like, really? You could have wore it like 20, 40, 50, 100 times more. And she's like, yeah, but then it's not as new. I'm like, who gives a shit?
That's funny because now they sell clothes that looks
Ripped.
old.
Yes, I never... That trend is such... Ugh.
I feel you. I feel you.
I'm like, listen. And the thing is, they upcharge him for it too.
Fuck yeah.
They're like, oh, jeans, $5 or $10, whatever. I haven't been actually jean shopping in a while, so I don't actually know what the fucking prices are anymore. But last time I bought, I think it was like $15 a jean. But now they charge. I saw like some of them on Amazon, like the ripped fucking ones. I think they were like $70 to $80. I was like, what the fuck? They're ripped. They don't provide the. Like they don't keep you warm. Fucking dumb.
I mean, that's because we have security, like in the sense of if we want a sweater really quick, we could easily go down the store and buy another. So we have easy access, and people want to put everything on their credit cards and live off their debt and shit for some reason. And we're being taught that being in debt is okay.
True. I don't know. I kind of feel like a lot of I remember. I don't even see any more shoe repair shops. Way back in the day, there was so many shoe repair shops. Now I don't even see one.
That is true. There was one that right around the block. It actually went out of business.
Oh yeah, because people buy a new shoe now instead of repairing the shoes. Because now, I mean, if you look at the shoes that you get, they're fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Before that was like nice, well-made leather. Now it's garbage.
It's all like
Yeah.
plastic material and stuff.
Yeah. That's why I don't like it. I like I said, that's why I like a lot. I don't like the new trend with the cars, because a lot of the new cars are becoming unrepairable.
Oh yeah, the whole thing like electronics and stuff with the
Yeah.
warranties that you can't touch it. The same thing that they're doing with phones and stuff, where you can't touch it, repair it, or anything. You have to take it to a specific place to specific
Yeah, it's dumb.
repair shop. I hate that shit. I hate it. That's why I don't want to touch a new car.
It's yeah.
I have a Honda Accord 2007. You know what? Has no electronics. I'm not buying a new car. Fuck that.
But hey, man, if it runs, right?
It fucking does its job. I have AC. I have radio. I have. That's it.
And even if it breaks, you can
I'll
still
repair that
it.
shit. Yeah, I'm gonna repair that shit. It's a lot. It costs me a lot less monthly because I'm not paying for it monthly. The only thing that's expensive is fucking stupid ass insurance, which is another fucking fraud.
Wait, what the fuck? Why? Because it's an old car?
No, I just don't believe in the insurance system.
Did you hear that? What fools?
I think it's a fraud.
I mean, I don't know. With insurance, my thing is, if I get hit, that motherfucker better have insurance.
Yeah.
What I don't like is that in my area we had a lot of car accidents and cars stolen. So my insurance jacked up the rates because of that.
That's some bullshit.
So, you know, but the fact that they, you know, I like the fact that they can. I've used it. I've used insurance, so you know, to me, kind of like, I don't know.
Some safety net.
Yeah, kind of like his actually, because that way, you know, you fuck your car gets totaled, you get a replacement, or at least they pay enough.
The thing about me, it's like I've been paying for insurance for so long. I haven't gotten into an accident, you know. And
They should be lowering your rate then.
they do, but it's very it's not as much as you'd wish you would, you know.
I don't know. I just don't like the. Yet again, I think the industry would be better if they just made less new items and made everything as repairable as possible.
Yeah.
And whatever new things you have to do, I don't know, put it towards like fucking space travel or some shit, something useful. Or you know what? They're like, oh, the world is melting. Fine, start building fucking floating cities then. You know?
Yeah, up in Florida or something.
Fucking none of them are doing that shit. But hey, man, there's a fucking like I saw some guy, and on YouTube, and he has a fucking collection of Jordans, like all these Jordans, and I'm like, cool, you have a collection of Jordans, but you never wear them. And
Those things are massively expensive.
But here's my thing. I don't. You ever have like rubber degrades over time? It's not like, you know, it galvanizes. I think it's a word. Like it becomes brittle and turns into powder. Those shoes in like 10, 15 years are fucked. You know, they're gonna turn to trash. So, who cares? Fuck the shoes.
Yeah.
Just don't get that.
I saw a picture on Reddit. Forgot what it was on what subreddit, but it was showing off pictures of all the clothes that the US is throwing away, and there's a huge pile up there that people are just burning it up.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's so fucked up. Can't we just give it away? But I was reading up on that too, that giving things away is costly because you have to make sure that the when someone carries it to one location to another, that's very expensive. And no one's willing to pay for that because it's free. So it's better. It's kind of like our food too.
Well, they're doing this. Well, what they're doing is Britain, for example, sending all their used clothing to Africa, and then they resell in Africa. So these people, they buy used clothing in Africa, like bundles of used clothing, in hopes that they can sell it.
That would be very helpful.
No, I'm looking. I'm like, okay, and then they burn it because some of it is not useful.
But that's their choice, you know.
No. I mean, here's my thing with that: is New York has been doing something once useful. So what they've been doing is they've been actually burning the garbage, and the way that they burn it is they also extract the carbon out of it. So you know the fumes and shit are actually extracted. But when they burn it, they generate electricity with it, and then they're also generating enough for farmlands to use on their crops. So, to me, that's kind of useful, as long as they keep the carbon out of the atmosphere, because then the carbon is flying all over the place.
Yeah. I remember reading too that what Africa suffers from too is the competition from the free products that we send, and the businesses that people are trying to come up over there. So obviously people are gonna want that free product and not buy the things from their own vendors.
Yeah, I don't know. I think our economy is extremely wasteful. Just to
Yeah.
you know, like in my opinion, more jobs would have been created, more stable jobs would have been created if people can go to a handyman to fix shit way more often, or a repair shop to fix their shit way more often.
Save a lot of money and make other people. It'll distribute wealth too.
It will, you know, it will redistribute. It will force people to work in the neighborhood to make it better. Because if people have more money to spend, they will most likely buy better food, or they'll pay for other weird shit. You know, so I mean, I don't know. I just don't like the clothing the way it is.
No.
It's just everything is one thing, and one thing. It's kind of like, stop.
I think things are getting better though because of regulations. You start to hear about like, you know, the whole thing that's happened with iPhones that they want them to start using USB-C.
Yeah, but that's Apple being piece of shit Apple.
So, I mean, that's one step forward. It's a long way to go, but at least something's happening. So I think in the long run, hopefully we get to make stronger regulations that help us be a little more environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
And stop being so wasteful.
We'll see what happens, what they'll do.
Kind of like in, I know I'm going far with this one, but kind of like in Star Trek, when they start to look back at the past and they're like, oh man, it's like we used to be such a wasteful society, or how wealth was distributed and stuff. Maybe, hopefully, in the long run, we'll be able to see something like that.
You know, I mean, for me, wealth, I don't think wealth has been, I mean, well, yeah, it is focused on a specific group of people. The problem with wealth is that a lot of people are not taking chances, quote unquote. There's an issue with, oh, you know, I found this problem. Well, then solve it. And a lot of people are like, nah, that's too difficult. And then they just walk away. They still complain about it. So, like, I'm trying to solve my own problem right now that I'm working with a few people.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, like, there's way more problems. Like, I was talking to an individual, and I was like, companies, for example, that make, what do you call it, schematic boards. You know, those green little things where they put all the components, for example, or, you know, motherboards, basically, that, you know, that, where they basically have all the components attached to.
Yeah.
That usually produces a lot of, like, I think it's ammonium or some shit like that. And they just put it into the water supply, and that's it. Or they clean it up a little bit and put it back into the water supply to dilute it a bit. And to me, I was like, well, you're kind of wasting ammonium. Like, yeah, you just used it. Great. Well, take it out of the water and use it for something else. Why isn't there a company that hooks up to this company, says, hey, man, we'll take your waste, take the water, take the ammonium, sell back the water to the company, and take the ammonium and sell it to somebody else. You know, and nobody does that.
No.
Which kind of bothers me. Like, if I wasn't doing my current project, I'll most likely be trying to do that one. It's just this one, the one I'm currently doing, is actually consuming all my time.
Yeah.
But it's just this. When you look at it, there's a lot of issues. And you know, I mean, everybody is like saying, "Oh, look, Elon Musk is so great," and I really don't see it. Like, that dude is.
He just knew how to invest his money, and that's about it.
Yeah, he did. You know, like he's not the Iron Man that people make him out to be.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, they're like, oh, look, his rockets are so cheap, and I'm like, yeah, they're cheap, but if you look at it, the fuel he uses is very fucking dirty. Very fucking dirty. Like, the output from that shit is really bad.
Yeah.
It's great that he's gonna make space travel, great, but he's not solving the problem. You know what I mean? you know, if there's no space travel, maybe he's hoping that people are gonna say, well, fuck it. You know, in space you can't really have waste.
No.
You have to reuse everything. Carbon dioxide, guys, have to reuse it. Oxygen, have to reuse it. Pee, shit, gotta reuse it. You can't have that waste. And maybe eventually that will go down to the earth and something like that, and you know, companies will be less wasteful. Yet again, I'm not an environmentalist. I just hate waste. You know,
I
like
agree.
to me, you know, like the big one that I'm hoping eventually is you remove waste, and eventually we can hit that wonderful time when somebody can own property and they can make their own PCBs, they can make their own technology, they can make their own fucking chips, CPUs, just sit there in their home and have zero waste. They'll reuse everything. That's what I want. Because so that you're not dependent on some guy in fucking Taiwan or China to make it for you. You know, somebody gives you schematics, sit down, bam, done, build it up, use it. You know, that's how they did it in the 80s. A lot of the schematics were fucking available. And that's how Apple started.
I don't remember. I didn't look. I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, no, yeah, they were part of the, what was it? They were part of the Homebrew Computer Club in the 1976.
Uh-huh.
And that's how they were able to build their first Mac, because the Homebrew Computer Club, they came up with schematics of how to build this computer. And they all shared it with each other, and they worked out. And then Steve Wozniak was like, oh, cool, we can build this. And Steve Jobs was like, well, we can sell this. And the first Mac was born. Why? Because people just met and they were like, hey man, we want to build our own shit.
Which is why we have a lot of good shit because of that era.
Oh yeah, and I think we need to go back to the era so that we can further innovate.
Yeah, because
No.
right now we're just fucking wasteful. Look at the amount of cell phones and computers. And within the year already, we're making new products.
Yeah, you know, I really want, like, I don't know. I feel like I want to like I don't want to get a new iPhone. I just want to get a new screen on it, for example, or a new chip on it, or more memory. I wish we could just update that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, my computer, you know, I'm gonna probably be using it for another 3-4 years, and then I'll probably get a new CPU, and I'll reuse this computer for something else. You know, I don't know. I kind of feel like that's how. I mean, I've been actually trying to get on eBay. Let's see. I've been trying to find that fucking foldable display tech from Samsung.
That's just pretty neat.
It is pretty neat. Problem
Doesn't
is-
LG the one that mass produces those screens?
I'm not sure. I could have sworn that Samsung is making it.
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean, some assholes like, oh yeah, this is a screen replacement. I'm looking at the screen. That shit looks fucked up. Motherfucker wants $300 for it.
Ouch.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I really want. I'll be honest. I love foldable screens. Even though I do think that Microsoft's version, their foldable phone, is
Oh,
way
the
better.
Duo. Oh, I
Yeah.
think it's fucking cool. I would like to buy one, but my god, that shit's expensive.
That's my only problem. That is a fucking expensive thing. That's why I'm, you know, like I'm hoping that Rossmann is successful, so we can start more companies where they're like, listen, just here, you want to build a Duo? Here's the tech. It's gonna be a bit thicker than the Duo because Duo, you know, everything's machined to fit perfectly. I would take a fat phone, but if I can replace a battery in it, if I can replace the motherboards and screens in it, and if I can add functionality down the road,
Oh, that'd be
man.
fucking awesome.
You know, like what was that picture? Let me find it.
Wasn't Google trying to do that where you could get different
Yeah, they
components?
did.
So you could,
Yeah,
but
they
that
didn't.
flopped.
They flopped. Yeah, they like everything else with Google. They canceled that shit because they're fucking douchebags.
That'd have been really cool. I was actually excited for that, but then I didn't hear anything of it. And when I did look into it, I read that they were just discontinuing it.
Oh, you know, it's Google, so they're gonna discontinue everything because it's. See, the problem with Google, and I talked to one of the engineers in Google way back. He described it like this: there's a bunch of fucking kids, basically. You know, like 19, 20, 25, and they just want to do the hot shit, right? They just want to do the hottest thing ever. But none of them maintain the projects that they start. So they do a thing and forget about it. And I'm looking at them like, that's so stupid. Start a project, finish it.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is on subreddit Cyberdeck.
I think a lot has to do with it because a lot of people are just kind of they can't hold their thought, kind of like what TikTok is.
Yeah.
Everything's like 1 minute long, so people can't really sustain or hold their thought longer than a minute, and then they get bored.
Yeah. Like here, in Discord that linked Cyberdeck TikTok, Cyberdeck Reddit. That is what I kind of was hoping that the future would look like, honestly, minus the tape. Like, you know, you want a computer in your car, you take that, you put it in your fucking car, you have a docking station in your car, you put it, and now it helps you drive the car. You take it with you, man. Whatever happened with that portability? Don't fucking put a computer everywhere. Let me take it with me.
That'd be fucking cool, but nowadays it's like everything has to be
Smart.
Well, I don't mind that it's smart, but every component is different that doesn't match with any other component. So
Yeah.
that object is already obsolete.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there you go. That picture right there is actually how I wanted the future to look like. It's like, I miss a physical keyboard.
Yeah, actually looks cool. So do I.
You know, like a physical keyboard. I don't know, something about typing the physical keyboard that felt good. I guess when you press the key and you have that feedback.
I make a lot of mistakes typing on the screen
Well, there you go.
because I need something physical. So I have that feedback where I could feel the rumble as I press keys, but still doesn't help because I can't feel the wedges between each letter. You know.
Yeah, and the most important part is you can't blind type sometimes. Like, you know, when you get to know your phone, especially though, I remember a few of them, I could blind type because I was like, you know, they had those little dots on the keys, and so you can you can center. So I used to, you know, center in my pocket and say okay or go, you know, comment because I already knew who was probably saying something. But yeah, I mean, there is a what do you call it? There is a hack. It's kind of this one guy. He made he's Norwegian. So what he's doing is actually pretty hilarious. He's he's buying up old BlackBerries, and he's ripping out their keyboards. He's reprogramming the keyboards and making it so that he can put it into Raspberry Pi.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's selling them. It's like $20 for a keyboard. I just found that funny. I was like, damn, man. This guy found a way to recycle things and make money.
That's smart
Yep. Nah, I'll be back in a second.
for sure. Alright. I'm back.